Welcome back to Bazaar. I'm Inko, and I'm on like 4th take of this opening because I was trying not to be a Debbie Downer and doomsayer about Dooley and make him sound boring. But you know what? Let's double down on it. Let's be the Debbiest Downerist that there ever was, right? Dooley's been largely absent from the Season 4 ladder. Normally you can get a feel for how a character does by seeing what other people are doing with them, and if the play rate of Dooley on the ladder indicates anything to me, it's that Dooley would be unplayable, but that's not true. This run will clearly indicate that Dooley is still very, very solid. His best strategies that dominated Season 3 are perfectly capable of going 10 wins now in Season 4. But the nerfs Dooley took are such frustrating nerfs for the player base. I think everyone went into Season 4 where Dooley's got no new expansion and Dooley's been dominating Season 4, looking to play less Dooley. And then the nerfs Dooley took were sort of just like a shotgun blast of Bonks into his card pool, like a fourth of his cards are 1 second slower. And these include like powerhouse problem cards like Plasma Grenade and Copper Red. So it feels like just random shit got a second slower. It's a very bad game feel to play Dooley and figure out everything's worse, and we were all overexposed to Dooley anyway. So I don't think Dooley's play rate indicates that Dooley is by far the worst hero. He might be one of the weaker heroes. I haven't been able to play enough to confidently say for sure. He feels like he probably is to me. But at the same time, that's because most of the people I see playing are not forcing self-scaling cores, which you can still do. You have a 95% or so chance to see one of weaponized core or ignition core in every run. And if you hard force that, like you would do to grind in Season 3's meta, it's still a very powerful build, as this run shows. It's just that Dooley got possibly the most terrible game-feeling nerf patch of any character in the Bazaar so far, on top of everyone being comically overexposed to Dooley, that I think his play rate is so low. He's fine. He's not in a terrible spot. I think there have been seasons where characters were much worse off than Dooley is right now. But at the same time, I fully understand why people aren't playing him, because there are so many points in this run where it's like, oh, that's a second slower than I thought it would be. Why'd this get nerfed? And then on top of that, by the end of the run, I'm like, huh, couldn't I have played this exact build in Season 3? Did nothing really change? So I get it. I understand why people aren't playing Dooley, and I'm probably not going to play much more Dooley in Season 4. And that's because, aside from like mindless grinding, if I'm playing off camera, just forcing the self-scaling core thing every build, I don't think Dooley's super interesting. And I think the way that he's been nerfed is super frustrating, where you just find out that everything's a second slower, and then you match into Life Conduit Mac, who hasn't been nerfed at all, and you're like, oh yeah, thank God they nerfed Copper Red. I can't with a straight face, man. The patch notes for Dulie were questionable, and the longer I play with them, the more questions I have. I hope the next patch includes exciting new changes for Dulie, and actually nerfs the cards that are problematic in Dooley so that they don't just result in Dooley dominance again come Season 5. Regardless, here is the new Dooley, same as the old Dooley. Self-scaling cores are still absolutely a meta build and absolutely capable of crushing it and going 10 wins. Here's the proof. Honestly, you probably didn't need the proof. I think everyone knows. But still, it's a pretty cool run. Some absolutely cracked RNG giving some very silly things that you should not have in this run. All right, it's been a hot second since I played Dooley. Let's see how he's doing this patch, and I still think I want to go and come start and look to force scaling cores. I don't see a lot of Dooley on the ladder, but that seems to me like the strongest thing going for him. Do I particularly value an Andy? I want to improve tools at some point, so may as well try to pick it up now. I could see myself playing Burn, but good God, why does Induction E just take 8 seconds to go off? I guess Chris' Army Knife isn't much faster, is it? This could be a YOLO a single virus and assume it makes your opponent lose the fight situation, but I shouldn't be doing that in Shop 1, right? I'm gonna take Chris' Army Knife. There are reasons to care about him. Induction E just seems highly unlikely. You are unfortunately a tech, making it a little bit less synergistic with the Flintstones. Burn 6 is effectively 21 damage every 8 seconds. It's not very good. It could become a lot better though. Like, we're pretty close to having a real build here, even if it's unfortunately quite slow. Do I want a Wallace? I don't think I want a Wallace. Maybe I should have got him. I don't know. Gonna go Pyro here for sure, though. We have the Flintstones. We have a reason to care about Pyro. And I'll still be taking probably until Sandstorm to kill the guy, so I'll go ahead and edit forwards. But I'll also take a moment to remind you can sub for more daily Bazaar content just like this, and if you could drop a like on the video, it really does help it get more traction and help the channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. To my shock, we actually didn't go all the way to Sandstorm. Pyro's down relatively early. As for our reward, the lighter's not bad at all, considering we have a Flintstones. I have a friend for Tiny Furry Monster, or we can go to middle. I want to go to middle. There's a lot of skills that middle can really effectively enable. Power drill with a lighter. I don't care about Chris' Army Knife going off frequently anyway. That's good enough. It also affects the Flintstones.
I like the exercise.
So is it like what I was expecting to play? Not even a little bit, but it might work well enough. As for pip skill, what do we have? We're rolling off of that. We won't burn or damage every time. Now I have to choose. I'm inclined to believe immolating spark on the lighter is the way to go. You know, lighter takes 4 seconds now. I haven't gotten to play much this month, as you can see, so I just hadn't internalized that nerf. But it does mean it syncs up with the flintstones, so that's nice, I guess. I'm gonna go immolating spark. I think that right-handed is probably better right now, but I'm not overly concerned about that. Gonna go jungle ruins. I don't really see the point to go to Ayla. Small silver tool isn't terrible. Getting any tool over Chris Army Knife is probably an improvement, honestly. I'm gonna take that in the hopes I get one that's not attack. Yeah, so by doing that, I can cut you and just drop the cooldown to this to 7 seconds. At the start of each fight, this permanently gains 10 damage. Is that actually somewhat playable? I mean, not really. But we got it fairly early. Maybe it's not the worst thing ever. Yeah, that should be the correct positioning. I want the slow to go off, and I want it to hit the cleaver. Now, that is another Dulie. I think I'm strong for a day 1 Dulie, but maybe I'm not. I have never seen a board quite like my current one. Micro Dave with very few smalls is good, but Green Wasp and Kim Snail is very, very strong. I think that I'm favored. No, I'm not. I'm going to lose this. Yeah, it's just too much poison, and I'm not stacking burn very effectively. Apparently not. Honestly, wasn't even all that close. I had like a full 5 seconds left there. I thought that was much stronger than it was, apparently. Gotta say thank you to Flintstones and Power Drill, which are pretty much my entire build at this point in time. Going into day 2, there's plenty of tools I can get at Kina. Plenty of things that are generally useful. I want Blast Grenade as a rule of thumb. I don't think I want Kim Snail, but it is very fast. The issue is like, I'm getting my core today, and I'm perfectly happy to run Weaponized Core with the drill or Ignition Core with the drill. I don't see a reason to run Kim Snail over anything I'm currently doing, so I'm going to roll past it. Yeah, sure. And the GPU is a tech item. We're probably getting close to cutting the Flintstones anyway. Like, once we get the core, we're going to have a tech, right? So what we probably end up doing... God, GPU got bonked too. Oh, it's so much worse. I'm going to leave the GPU on the table then. I don't have that much money to begin with. JJ versus a sharpening stone or a skill. I haven't found crude tools yet, so I still kind of quite like JJ. I only have the 1 tech item as well, so I'm going to go to JJ looking for mostly just crude tools. The plasma grenade update's fairly big. Honestly, all of this is solid, right? Oh, Firefly, you got bonked. I forgot that like all of Dooley's items got bonked. It's so sad. I mean, Micro Dave didn't. Definitely better to run the plasma grenade than the cleaver, even though it hurts my Flintstones. I'm just trying to figure out whether or not it's right to buy Micro Dave here. I don't think it is. This is just going to do enough damage to kill people for the next couple of days. Like, plasma grenade plus power drill just ends a person's life immediately. And I think it's best to slow the drill, honestly. And I'm going to roll. I really want to pick up crude tools if I can find one. There is the Hamlet. I don't know if I care about the Hamlet's the problem. Truthfully, I really don't think I do. But I'm going to buy it just in case we end up going into Weaponized Core. I think I'd prefer to play Ignition, to be honest with you, but I don't really know if either is necessarily right. Giant Mosquito can give me a lot of things I care about quite a bit. Gotta click Giant Mosquito when you see it. The wings are obviously good. The Proboscis opens up crazy stuff with Weaponized Core. Amber is fine. Like, obviously it's not great with the Power Sander, but affecting the Plasma Grenade is probably worth it, and we just end up cutting the Power Sander at some point. And the skills are, you know, something. I can't be too upset about getting a wing. Gonna skip Midsworth and just take Fins. The additional region for these first couple days is such a big deal. All right, core initialization. Tell me we dodge like the 5%. We get to pick. Do we want weaponized or ignition? I think generally speaking, the ignition core is the better one because it scales with enchants more effectively. I'm gonna take it. Not 100% convinced it's right, but I think both are very, very strong, and we obviously have a lot of burn items already. Hasting the plasma grenade seems incredibly worthwhile because the second hit of the plasma grenade definitely kills my opponent. I probably should have put Cleaver on board. during my monster fight just in case I ever wanted to use it. But I think I want Hamlet instead just because, you know, plasma grenade. And we're putting the insect wing on the core. And tomorrow we probably bring back the Flintstones and the Chris, but we're not happy about it. Do I take bronze chocolate bars rather than going to Mandala? Quixel's a 3 gold roll. I'm only seeing the first few items, but I still have a chance at crude tools. Sure. Wasn't really thinking about that upgrade, but yeah. Honestly, the power drill upgrade might be the only medium item I care about, at least below gold tier. We're up against a 1-win Vanessa. Hopefully it's not something so crazy aggressive that it kills me before my drill kills them. For a second, I got very worried. I thought I didn't use my insect wing. Double barrel with no way to reload it. Like, I'll admit the rush giving him several extra poison ticks hurt like hell. It might still be enough. Yeah, barely kills me. That's a damn shame. If Rush had hit either of his other weapons, I win. If it hits the double barrel, it does nothing. If it hits the shark claws, it does less damage than all of the immediate hits on left-handed. Just 1 in 3 to kill me is how that plays out, unfortunately. You hate to see it. Definitely just unfortunate RNG there. If he gets any drop other than Rush, if he doesn't hit Rush on the right weapon, oh well. I guess I'm taking a small burn item. There's not a lot of mediums I care about. Upgrading the drill is nice, but I don't think I'm going to want to spend 8 gold on it anyway. When you use an adjacent friend, huh? Well, I think that Flintstones is effectively out at that point. We just want to run the 2 friends on either side. Obviously, we want something faster than Chris. A first aid would be much better.
Bazaar's a crazy place, right?
If you have 4 tools, well, unfortunately, I don't think I can I've got the lighter, actually. I want that dinosaur, bizarrely enough, because that's going to be better than Chris. And I want to roll, keep looking for crude tools. Metronome's insane. I was not hopeful enough for that one. This is probably the fastest setup, I would think. Not 100% sure. Very happy to get the day 3 metronome on a drill build, though. We're going to go after Dabbling Apprentice. We obviously want to look for very specifically the ticket. This thing is just absolutely insane, especially on a self-scaling core build, but in every build, you pretty much see ticket, click ticket for monster fight decisions. You have to do something very good to justify going elsewhere. Oh. Yeah, that's kind of how I hoped my PvP fight would go. And it largely did go that way, except for the part where my opponent killed me first. At least it's 2 gold. You can do worse. I'm going to take Starting Shield, just guarantee I win my PvP fight. Upgrade a bronze tier item. And not a lot of great upgrades here, having already gotten the upgrade on my plasma grenade. So Dinosaur is missing 1 tool if I cut the power sander. Unfortunately, if I cut the power sander for metronome, which is definitely a right, there's nothing else to cut, right? Like, these 3 non-tools have to be run. And Bomb Squad's not a tool. And the point of Dinosaur being fast is that because he is giving haste on Bomb Squad, it's good. I think I actually want the haste on the plasma grenade more than the drill. That's just obviously better. I guess I want to do this then, put the slow on Hamlet, who barely matters, and haste, well, the plasma grenade, of course. If they survive the second plasma grenade, then I was never killing them. It just matters that that goes off as fast as physically possible. So yeah, I guess that's the plan. Which still leaves me wondering, what on earth am I upgrading? Bomb Squad, I guess. It's not a huge deal, but it's probably the best thing I have going for me. Right now, I'm killing with drill, so scaling the lighter off the core doesn't matter, so I'm not going to worry about that. Well, that's certainly an item. Going to toss this, grab the Omega Ray, and figure it out. I am going to sell the meat cleaver and roll here every time, just I need to look for crude tools very badly. Not finding it, unfortunately. Bomb Squad's doing nothing there, so I may as well be running Hamlet just because it will be a faster item for the core. I think this is the best way to orient the board. Obviously, immolating Spark going on the plasma grenade is not great. I think it doesn't matter. I think going up against Max with Starting Shield, going up against a Mac build with Starting Shield, we should be fine. It is a poison build, but there's no shot it's enough poison to kill me, right? Not before they just die to the nonsense I'm doing. I'd be scared if they had a regen conduit because, you know, that can get out of hand immediately, even as early as day 3. But yeah, we're fine. As expected, second use of plasma grenade, dead to the drill. Had several more drill hits coming. Probably more like 1.5 drill hits coming, but still, that's gross overkill. The starting shield isn't so much for Mac, like there are burn and weapon max, it's more for like every Vanessa. If I sold everything, I couldn't afford the ticket, so it's useless, but at the same time, it's better than the alternatives. Hey, Sterling. So, weirdly, I kind of don't want to upgrade the ignition core. That seems like lunatic nonsense. Why wouldn't you upgrade ignition core? It's because I'm Dooley, right? If I upgrade ignition core, then at level 7, I have to take a silver skill instead of upgrading the core. Gold upgrades are really high value. This is only one more burn scaling, not really a big deal. The additional second of haste on metronomes, not nothing. The marginally faster drill doesn't seem super important to me, to be honest with you. I'm not going to be level 7 for 2 more days, right? I get to 5 today, 6 tomorrow. This means I win the next 2 days. Maybe I find a combat core and I can cheese it and get my gold upgrade anyway, but this is just generally so much stronger right now.
Not war.
I wonder if there was any argument to grabbing that Thorough Lance, as I do have an early metronome. Should have thought about it more, but I still don't think I should have taken it. I think Black Spider is worth picking up with an ignition core.
What you needed.
Go after Hellbilly, look for ticket. Left-handed's great. Ticket's obviously insane. The rest of this basically useless. Yeah, the bird scaling is just so much better immediately. This guy's only got 3 active items and we still killed him on time. Against any player, this is going to 100% kill on the second grenade. Gotta click Mountain Pass, I'm just very poor. When you crit with an item, reload another item. I don't think I have a use for flashy reload. I would love the rocket boots. Upgrading metronome's just a big deal. Shadowed Cloak's in an odd spot because, like, in the past, Shadowed Cloak was pretty good with the drill. I do think I'm supposed to move the metronome and put metronome, like, between the power drill and the plasma grenade. It's just kind of weird because it's going to run out of ammo, right? Oh, nice. Teaches silver tier skills, huh, Argetta?
If you want grim and stoic, you came to the
I definitely don't want the ones that do shielding. When you slow, increase your crit chance. I know that noisy cricket's a lot of damage right now, but I think slow target's actually a much bigger deal, especially down the line.
But it's beautiful up there.
I definitely want to upgrade the duration on metronome. With the upgraded duration, I'm kind of tempted to completely change the build. Probably something like this, just have the fastest possible board. I think that's the way to go. Ayla can upgrade my drill. I think I'd rather go get a random tool, to be honest with you. Ended up being the same 4 gold I'd get from the events. Actually, was that a 3 or 4 gold event? I don't know. But I'm very comfortable going into day 4. Obviously, it could be a completely cracked Vanessa, but this is very, very strong for day 4. Gold ignition core is just messed up on this day. They've got 1 win. They have hard shell. Nah, that's not going to scale fast enough. They're completely dead. Although, admittedly, the reason I'm uncomfortable with metronome positioning is because I really want to accelerate the second hit on plasma grenade a lot, and I'm not really doing that in this version of the build. But then after this point, like, the build gets so much worse. But at this point, they have 200 burn and they're dead already. So, like, Also, no, never mind. You figured that out. Not quite sure if this is the best way for the build to be positioned. It's obviously not bad. There's upsides to doing it this way. I just want to accelerate the plasma grenade, and the fact I'm not doing that makes me think it must be wrong. I think I might do this in my monster fight and see how that feels. Because this should be fully hasted after the first hit then, so at 10.5 seconds, we'll just have the second grenade ammo get used, which will be a big deal. Sylvia, what do you have for us? No, not that trash. Come on, Sylvia, what is this? Is there a world where Cog is better than Hamlet? I don't think I'm going to spend gold on it, though. Even if it's better, it's not much better. I'm gonna click on the fight. Mod Squad is a very good fight. Happy with that. Beautiful Friendship doesn't really do much for me. It is a little bit of damage scaling as long as I have the Hamlet. I'm really just hoping for Bulldozer, First Aiden, or the Cryptos. The rest of this is just 2 gold. or 0 gold in the case of Beautiful Friendship. Because I technically get stronger, I'm not allowed to be mad about it. Yeah, see, like right here, we're about to throw the 3rd plasma grenade, but there isn't one. And the fact that we weren't hasted on the core resulted in so much less burn. I genuinely think it's wrong to do it this way. We're still getting a bit of haste on Power Sander. It's not like we get nothing. A silver tool item's almost tempting because of the possibility of a duped Hamlet or an upgraded power drill. I'm gonna take the loot item now. The odds we get something we care about are very low, and the odds of getting something like gunpowder or a wing is much higher, is where I was gonna finish that sentence. So yeah, that's fantastic. Keep looking for tickets though. Oh, I should have gone to Kyber Commander. What am I doing? Kyber Commander has better odds of hitting the ticket and better odds of hitting something I care about anyway. It's just so automatic for me to click Gorgon Noble that I didn't realize the one better fight was on the board. Still, the average gold value here is incredible, and I've been worried about gold a little bit. Obviously, we're getting past that point with the additional monster fight we've had, but oh well. It's not a big deal. Went to the wrong fight. Just imagine we had gotten the worst second fight. Definitely should have clicked Kyber though. Come on, no punish. It's that easy, folks. Why play well when instead you can get lucky? Metal can sell me scrap metal, which is kind of a big deal. Yeah.
Sale, no sale.
I can't say no to a potential day 5 diamond core. That's insane. Temporal Navigator is an econ item that I can easily afford right now. Yeah, sure. I'll take it.
I used to offer a free ride home, but people
And
thought
nothing.
it was weird.
We're coming up on our last couple of hours. Unfortunate. I was hoping to see a pole or a Barcoon before I level up. That way I could potentially buy a combat core and get ignition core to diamond, but unfortunately that's not an option. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the upgrade your core option is only available if you have a silver or lower core, but it doesn't say upgrade to gold. It just says upgrade your core. So you can use that with a silver combat core to upgrade a gold core to diamond way ahead of schedule. I will go to Andy though, keep looking for crude tools. I do think first aid is probably better. Going to clear out some inventory space here. I'm never running any of that trash. I definitely am not running Dino Solar. Pick up first aid, and I genuinely think he's better than Hamlet. He got bonked. He's probably not better. Oh, he's only got 1 second. What am I thinking? I'm still in the old first aid, and he's not coming on the board. Yeah, we were really just here for crew tools and upgrades, huh? Oh, well. It is a 3-win Mac. Let's see what he's up to. I would definitely expect him to be doing some shenanigans with regen conduit. Yep, as foretold. It's the best, most consistent thing Mac has, so of course it's what you're doing. His offensive output's just a 3-poison item, so the question is whether or not his regen conduit is good enough. It's not multicasting. He hasn't done the quest, so I think I might be able to get away with this. If he had done the quest, I would think I was just dead. Yep, we get there. Would another 70 or so regen actually have saved him? I don't think it would have. So even if he had done the quest, he's missing any good way to scale it offensively, and it's not going crazy defensively either. Relatively weak regen conduit build. As for our silver skill, oh. Why use hot tech when you can just do it the old way? Why is this even in the game? It's not a skill. It's just an event that upgrades your core. I'd be so mad if I died to Diamond Ignition Core on day 6. Andy, want to sell me the crude tools to really make this broken? I mean, that's still good. I've got the cash to float thrusters for something stupid with Dino Saddle, but it seems very unlikely I end up caring about it. Well, shit. All right, we no longer care about the power sander. Getting an extra second of slow on the plasma grenade is definitely better. I was not expecting to get a meaningful upgrade out of that temporal navigator, but I'm very happy with it. Do I think that Black Spider is actually going to stay on my board here? Do I think that cool LEDs is just better than Hamlet? That one's definitely a yes.
I think that suits you beautifully.
And I'll go ahead and take the Black Spider upgrade. The fact that it has the amber buffing, it's kind of a huge deal.
Choice.
It does make me feel really bad not having Hamlet with all these other slow items. So, if I had trained or anything increasing damage scaling with this Hamlet, maybe we'd be cooking, but as it currently stands, not a lot going on there, is it? Omega Ray's not happening. We have a Diamond Core. This is long past its prime. Can't think of a reason I won't Chris. I'm already looking to cut my friend, so Bomb Squad doesn't make a ton of sense. If cool LEDs were cuttable, I could run Hamlet plus Bomb Squad. I think this is probably good. Not like convinced by it, but I'll do it. And we'll go to Tinker and try to upgrade the Bomb Squad. It's only 2 gold, I'll do it. We're not going into bugs, right? Like, there's no shot. Yeah, So I'll leave. I don't think Firefly makes any sense, to be honest with you. Like, I do recognize I have the Plasma Grenade, which is obviously better with Firefly than Black Spider, but at the same time, I care about Disruption way more. They're dead when the Plasma Grenade deals enough damage to them. And again, that brings us back to the spot where I'm like, do I really want to be hasting the core? It's Diamond, yes, and I want to be hasting when the drill goes off, and it just doesn't quite line up the way I would want it to. Let me see how this fight against the Weeper goes. I obviously have a lot of slows, and I haven't really seen how the board's doing. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 active items. So with the Amber and the Black Spider, am I getting the slow count that I'm hoping for? Yeah, that's severe disruption. The issue is just like, I'm not accelerating the Plasma Grenade at all with the board set up like this. And I know it's wrong. Even though I'm getting better drill value, the rest of it is so much worse. Just 2 gold thrown away on first aiding because I'm not used to the nerfs. Oh well, it happens. Gonna go to Kina, see if I can't find those crew tools someday. Don't think I need to upgrade the thrusters unless I find the other half. The bomb squad upgrade is a big deal. If I'm running him, I need it. Not so much the rest of this board. Weak point detector's fast and I have weapons, but still, I don't think I care. I'm gonna take shield. There's a chance to get blown up instantly in the fight. Doing this removes that chance. Do I want to hold this and transform it? Truthfully, I can't imagine running some of the other cards I have in my stash right now. Like Lighter and Omega Ray aren't happening. I do want a 3rd slot though. I'm going to sell the Power Satyr. I just don't think it's very good. It is a 2-win Mac. Feel confident against that. I'm still not convinced this is the best way for my board to be set up. I just really want the acceleration on the Plasma Grenade, and I'm settling for not having it in exchange for a faster core, which with a Diamond core sounds sensible. What are we doing? Oh, we're scaling Refractor. It's only at silver. I would think we're fine. I don't appreciate this bug. Oh, cool. We have 2 tooltips for a second there. Yeah, there's no shot. It's enough.
Every failed experiment lights the path to success.
I mean, it's doing really well, but I know that this needs to be faster later. And I'm not sure how we're going to make that happen. I'm going to go gold tier skills, hope for the best.
I am just a man who
When you crit, huh? Great, I don't. No, I don't crit. Let's not lie. Searing Flames is neat, but like all it's doing is scaling the burn on the ignition core, which it already does quite well. I have no vehicle for Flashy Pilot, unfortunately, as much I would love to use that skill. I think I'm just going to take Supply Cache. It seems very good.
all wisdom has power, but not all power has wisdom.
Hey, it's Barcoon. What do we get? Tomy Jahan's not really helpful. Yeah, I'm going to buff this instead of Hamlet. I think it's right. We're not going to be transforming anything, but I may as well wait to sell it just in case.
Oh, hello.
What am I looking for here?
Welcome to my business.
It's a good question. Definitely probably didn't need to sell my small item right before going to Barcoon. That was clearly a mistake, but oh well.
Oh, okay. Maybe next time?
Curio, it's about time you showed up, my man.
Relax.
Not the one I wanted, unfortunately.
It's been sitting there 20 years.
Just gonna sell this now. I know it doesn't matter.
Trash is
Take
trash.
this, but the crit chance on the ignition core. And roll for page 2. Pretty broke now, unfortunately. And we do not get the slow duration buffs, unfortunately. Definitely want the plus burn.
Now that's a bargain.
Yeah, we don't have to be broke. We can sell the metronome, or sorry, the death caps. I'm not going to, though.
Well, you're doing
I think the regen is worth less than the damage on drill. But let's be real with ourselves. Am I really ever going to run the thrusters or the cool LEDs? No. I tend to find that when I'm running an ignition core build, giving up the board slots for multicast doesn't really make sense. I want to put it like this as well for my monster fight, just see if this feels better. Obviously, the core gets way slower, but the haste on the metronome seems so incredibly important. Grumble, grumble. I know I get the full experience. I'll kill him once, but I don't think I can possibly kill him twice. I'm going to click on him. The experience is worth it, even if I'm not going to win. And maybe I'm underestimating myself. Maybe we can actually do this, but I don't think so. We're going to be at like half dead before the first plasma grenade really goes off. It's not quite that bad, but it's pretty bad. Yeah, we're barely getting the experience. We didn't even get full experience. We're only up 1. I always expect him to be a little bit weaker than he is. Oh well, it's not a big deal. I still think it's worth it for the extra experience. I don't care about the monster drops from the other two. Maybe that's silly of me. Happy to go to Pearl,
Imagine
though.
the wonders waiting for us in the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
That
Okay, the build got better. What the hell? Thanks, Pearl. It seems like it's worth accelerating this now that it has an extra ammo and freezes when it goes off. You take the extra shield, guarantee I win. I think having full haste at time on the plasma grenade is actually better for the power drill than having the metronome attached to the power drill. It'll already have full haste at time. It just takes a second longer to start it. I think this is still the best. I'm very torn. I know the metronome has to be touching that grenade, though.
You would stand aside.
This is probably life conduit with sunlight spear. Oof. I think I might kill him fast enough, especially with the upgrades on the plasma grenade. The 4 ammo, half-second freeze, 2-second slow plasma grenade, permanent haste up time should do a lot of work to get us over the hump. Yeah, he doesn't even get to activate the sunlight spear, actually. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Very normal Dooley result, not a high roll at all. Don't look too hard at this. I keep thinking we're going to the temple today and then looking at the day and it's like 2 days in a row. I thought surely this is my day 9 board. No, we're on day 8. We're not even on day 9. It's not temple day yet. That's wild. All right, Andy, I do still have rude, just absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, keep up in the speed. I can get some health out of that, may as well. Toss that. Do I want to transform this for a random gold poison item? I want to go to Andy for a chance at crude tools, man. Like, I know I'm not getting it, but I really desperately want it.
Whoever said money can't buy class had neither.
No. As cool as Blue Beetle is, I just can't justify taking it with no poison items. I don't have Nufu money.
Sometimes I sell stuff.
Unfortunate. And doubly so on the crypto. As for our monster fight, slow burn's pretty damn good. I think I've got to go for slow burn here. Just when the plasma grenade goes off, charge 5 seconds. Probably want to get rid of bomb squad at that point, just because, you know, even though bomb squad's good for it, we don't want to be charging bomb squad if we have slow burn. But we're probably not getting slow burn anyway, so it's not the biggest deal. Oh, I could also find a pyrocarbon. That would be a big deal with my plasma grenade build. I hadn't really thought about that. Well, I guess I'll think about that. It's a lot of slow. Hey, it's good enough now that it's not bugged. Toss the bonsai too and put Hamlet back in. The issue is that while removing bomb squad is fairly easy, the second thing I cut doesn't make any sense. I mean, it would be black spider, right? I'd be doing this. It would be incredibly fast, speeding up the core. It would be damage scaling for the power drill and the Hamlet. I think it's reasonable. Like, having it at diamond's kind of a big deal. Anyway, we go to Pearl again.
We've barely scratched the surface of the
It was so good for us last time. You've got to see what it does the second time around, right? I have no reason to settle for gold when I have 33 gold and I'm going to the temple tomorrow. I don't think the second one makes any sense. Shiny plasma rifle. Look, I want to run the shiny plasma rifle, but I tend to find that plasma rifle with ignition core isn't really the way to build it. Ignition core does the scaling and killing on its own. It doesn't need any help. I don't know. I know plasma rifle can be good, but I don't think this is the spot for it. Like, I have no other burn items than the ignition core. I'm going to roll past it. Hate me if you won't. I don't think it's right. I mean, it's neat. It's not helpful. Dart launcher is also very cool. At this point, we're spending 5 gold to roll and about 12 gold on the table. It's essentially a 17 gold roll. I'm going to toss this now and just leave with the money.
magnificent find.
Well, that's unfortunate. Obviously, Sterling is good. We would just be putting it on the drill, though. I think we actually go to Curio looking for more slow duration on the plasma grenade. 1 second off the drill is nice, not the biggest deal, really. I'm gonna go to Curio. I want that plus slow duration very badly. And we hit it.
Now that's a bargain.
Get that thing slow duration up to 3 seconds. What else do we have? I'll take the regen. I'll take the damage. Take the health. I just have so much cash and we're going into Temple tomorrow, so there's no reason not to take all of these. Got the double slow, dear God.
Your part to clean up the bazaar.
So that brings us up to a 4 second slow and a ½ second freeze. It's kind of a good item. Don't worry, guys. We bonked it. It has a 1 second slower cooldown now, just like Chris Army Knife. They were equally as broken. Man, the most recent patch notes for Dooley leave me scratching my head. It's been like 2 weeks and I'm still scratching my head as to these changes. Honestly, I don't think bonking me is going to do enough. That's a pretty good Shiny Fang Poppy field setup. Is it? What's the self-poison for? Wait, no, what's the self-poison for? I'm trying to figure it out. Is it just for generating regen? I mean, it generates a lot of regen, admittedly. It seems like it did enough.
I could teach you my power.
I want to see how much damage I dealt, because I guess the whole point of the self-poison is just to regen with Adrenal Converter, which is very weird. Never seen that before. Huh, I'm surprised how little I did. So what I'm hearing is that Weak Point Detector was not the play. I want to watch that back real quick. So it doesn't help that he only has 4 active items, which is obviously not great for a Power Drill Plasma Grenade setup. Yeah, it's just a lot of regen. I don't think I had any chance of beating him the way this board was assembled. I'm kind of shocked at how incredibly weak Weak Point Detector felt there. Like, it's a diamond and the scaling was just trash. It didn't do anything. These are both really, really good enchants. Also, I was probably 1 experience away from winning that fight now that I see the enchants. I'm definitely going to switch back to this. I don't think Weak Point Detector is any good after seeing how badly it failed in that fight. And looking at these enchants, these are insane options, right? Slow and Fire are both great on the Metronome, great on the Power Drill, and at least one of them is very good on Ignition Core. They're already basically permanently slowed is kind of how I feel about it, but we're not internal cooldown capped on slows or on burns. So I think Burning Caldera is the better choice. I don't think it makes sense to go slow here since we have the crazy bucked Plasma Grenade already. The question is just whether or not it makes more sense to put burn on the Ignition Core to double its output, on the drill to make the drill faster and get good burn output, or on the Metronome to make the drill as fast as possible and to get much worse burn output. I think the drill is kind of the happy middle ground there. Yeah, I'm going to take the burn on the drill. I would much rather put like an Obsidian enchant onto the core. So I think drill getting burn is the way to do it. And it is time for the temple. Going into the end game, day 9, we're at 6 wins and 10 prestige. Oof, that's not quite the number you want to say. We do beat Boulder Trap every day of the week, though, so that's good. I'm kind of shocked at how much better Hamlet and Amber felt. Just like the increased slow duration probably didn't matter, but Hamlet just being relatively very, very fast did largely the same thing. Yeah, I guess Hamlet's not that much different than the Weak Point Detector and I get another item slot. I don't know. I guess the other build was just better than me. It wasn't really Weak Point Detector failing me, but regardless, I don't like Weak Point Detector. It's scaling something that I don't care about too much. The main point of the drill is to be very, very fast and trigger a bunch of other effects. Jesus. How far above experience curve am I on this run? It's kind of getting ridiculous. Oh, I got another Crystal Bonsai. I didn't even check. That's unfortunate. Now, do I care about using Weak Point Detector? It's marginally faster than Hamlet. It doesn't buff my slows. I don't think it's better. I have a hard time convincing myself it's doing more. And my fastest burn by far is the drill at this point. Oh, wait. Now that the drill is fiery, we can position this differently, I guess. The Black Spider would be much faster adjacent to the core, wouldn't it? But we also have a bomb squad. That puts us in a weird spot. I think the additional haste every time it's going off might be worth more. It's hard for me to say. But I do want the drill leftmost to be picking up the Immolating Spark now. We definitely lose to Comots. Greenheart Guardian, we have no shield, so I'll go Mythkeeper just to have a guaranteed win that I don't have to worry about. I think we beat Greenheart Guardian every time, but maybe there's a world where I want a wand in the future. Couldn't say. I do not appreciate the stuck tooltip glitch. The game's just so much uglier when the tooltip won't go away. Yeah, the damage output feels pretty good with the fiery enchant. It feels like we're a lot stronger. Forgotten God. Sadly, not a friend. And is a little bit friend-shaped. Cell skills unique to Dulie, huh? You know, I honestly don't think I care. Hold up, free skills are actually kind of nuts with an Icy Flash Grenade. Either the scaling skills would do a lot of work, not this. Oh, we got none of them. 5 freezes off the core isn't bad, though. I can also just get a freeze when the Black Spider goes off, which isn't, like, super impressive. No reaching the summit and no shatter. Those were the two I was really looking for. I think liquid cooled just good enough though.
Things Dad's killed it. You know that.
All right, Temple Reliquary, what do we? Oh, no enchant, sad times. But, well, no, we do slow, right? We do the other status ailments. I have to take Blaze out here and assume it makes sense, right? We have the ignition core and the drill. We have some very low status output items with the Amber and the Bomb Squad. I'm inclined to think that it's better this way. And that frees our positioning up as well to do this. Get the fastest possible Black Spider. We're not using Forgotten God, so I'll sell that. We're not going to worry about the third space. I may as well sell the cool ADs. We're not using that. Oh, we're definitely not using the ticket, though. So, it is a 3-win Mac. He has his death enchant, though, which is very spooky.
You remind me of someone I fought last century.
We're looking at Restorative Life Conduit. That is an insane amount of defenses. We might just be dead. His regen setup's not very good, but this is very scary. I don't know if it's actually very scary. Yeah.
Fight me again.
Little bit of burn. Little bit of burn. So 182 at the end of that, which is how much scaling? 172 extra burn on these two by the end of it. Checking it. 633 from the drill. Yeah, I feel good about putting the burn enchant here. It actually did more than the burn on core would have done. That's kind of wild. Yeah, okay. We did slightly more burn than expected. 530 burn on the blast grenade because of Blaze Out Warden self-scaling. But maybe that's not necessarily a good thing. I would like my opponents to die before I burn myself to death. Apparently that's a concern I need to have. Got a Jabalian Drum. I mean, I see the idea, but no, right? It makes Hamlet trigger a haste too. I would have to drop this and the Black Spider. It's complete lunacy. It's not happening. Shrouded Figure is probably what we're doing here. As much as I would like to go to Andy, we can assume we get 8 experience in a day. If we go to Shrouded Figure, it's very likely we get an extra level up today and reach 13, which is a big deal. We max rolled experience off of it too. The crit chance is much appreciated. Considering drill is apparently by far our best item, we'll be putting that on the drill. Did not know this. Right now we get 7 more experience in the day. Wait, no, we don't. We get 1, 4, 5, 6. I've got Nufu money, but I won't level 13 today. Lord Arkan's beatable, but I don't have to take him to level up. Not seeing a reason to use a pendulum here. I'm gonna go Lord Arkan. The 4% CDR is pretty enticing, but there's also Flurry of Blows, Strength, and Unwavering, all which are insane here. Additionally, Arkan's Ring actually gives me another day if I lose, which is a big deal. I think there are just like 4 insane hits here, or at least very good hits here. And there's only 1 hit that I really care about on the other guy. Also, we have been pushing experience like mad. May as well keep doing it. Not the one I was hoping for, but honestly still pretty relevant. Middle for Power Drill and Ignition Core competing with nothing. Fair enough. Let's go to middle.
I'll help you find who does.
Nice. I mean, it's my best item. Increasing its cooldown, or rather, reducing its cooldown is a big deal. I guess I'm taking it to diamond, right? Yeah.
Well,
2 seconds off the cooldown seems like a fairly large deal.
tempered, oiled, and tuned.
I'm gonna take starting shield, ensure I don't get blown up right away. It is day 10. I have 6,500 health with starting shield. Let's see what our opponent Mac has.
Death laughs at us both.
4,000. Literally 50% more health in the guy. He has a very scary board though. We're going to be relying on Plasma Grenade to equalize here, which it will be doing in a wonderful way. Yeah. Just absolutely outrageous amounts of damage and burn and disruption. Fiery Power Drill, Icy Plasma Grenade with an extra ammo. A Blaze Hell Warden Diamond Ignition Core just doing insane work. He barely got to activate his items. Everything went off once except for Blank Slate, which managed to go off twice. That's ridiculous. Like, his board was not weak at all. I was moderately scared, and then he just died instantly without really playing the game. Kina, I'm not even sure what I'm looking for. Crude Tools is still good. I just haven't been able to find it. May as well generate better items at the start of the day, not that I need the economy.
Glad you bought this.
We're looking at... Sure. Yeah, 2 more experience. I clearly need it. Oh my god, we might be 15 on 11, which would be insane. I'm gonna go Grandmaster. I have some pretty big skill upgrades.
I can help you, but only if you
5 more freezes versus diamond loot items. Honestly, I'm gonna take 5 more freezes. There's at most 3 days left in the game, and I'm in one of those days already. So, like, I think if it were day 5 or something, diamond supply cache every time. But this late in the run, it's got to be the other one. I know Lord of the Waste has better drops for me, but honestly, I just want the increased experience off Property Baron. We're at such a high level that every single point of experience is getting worth more and more health, which is a very big deal to keep pushing now that we pushed this hard already. I always forget how scary Property Baron is, man. That dude will straight up murder you. Guess toss the Amber Grid. It's not that it matters. Crit skills, freeze skills, gotta go diamond tier when you see it. 6 flat burn is not actually a small amount at all with how quick the ignition core and the fiery power drill are. I think I am gonna roll though, just because there's so much better that you can do. Tiny Dancer's a little bit underwhelming these days, but it's what we got. Still, it is enabled, and that's 10% CDR, which is insane. It's not the 15% it once was, but we are almost at an unnerfed power drill. We're down to 10.8. I would still drop Hamlin in a heartbeat for a crude tools. I wonder if he's better or worse than Black Spider. It's hard for me to say. I'm gonna toss this so my inventory doesn't completely fill with trash. Monster Ranch every time. Give me the CDR. 3% on one or 2% on all. Tough choice. Tough choice. Weird to see a day 11 Monster Ranch with only silver loot, but having gotten a feather, I can't complain. It is 7 wins, Death's Door Mac. Fairly scary, but I mean, what am I if not fairly scary?
May I dissect you for study?
Looking at Restorative Eternal Torch. That's a good one. Oh god, he has the infinite. He will be starting before us too, so I think I'm dead. Wait, is it not infinite? Oh, it's only a gold pendulum. He's dead. We're fine. Whoa. He's only level 12. Oh, the poor guy. Oh man, he's not even a level ahead of curve on day 11. That sucks. I just assumed it was the infinite because of the pendulum. But yeah, it's not diamond. So instead of just dying when his stuff went off, the game kept going and he got crushed. Well, I'm happy to take it. I think most of the time that guy manages to get 1 more level and kill me, but apparently not today. Oh shit, we got a wand. That's neat. I'm very happy with the current state of my board. I don't think that I'm ever running the weak point detector. The wand doesn't make much sense, but I am going to hold it just in case it somehow matters. Same with the Amber, and that means Bomb Squad is out. And the reason I'm doing this is I don't much care for hero merchants. I have a hard time imagining anyone's going to change this board setup. So we're going to take 5 gold tier chocolate bars. I know it's not worth that much health as a relative value at this point, but still.
Reward the peaceful, punish the war.
I don't think there's any use for that. It's a cool item. Sometimes there is, but I don't think today's one of those days. I don't need to worry about optimizing selling at Barcoon when I have this much cash on the second last day of the run. Do I beat Frost Street Champion? I'm pretty sure I don't. And I think neither of these have anything I want. I'm not going to bother looking up to check. Venom could actually be decent, right? Run the Venom next to the power drill and drop the Black Spider. But that ends up making the board like having to wait 6.2 seconds. We have a lot of random passive cooldown reduction at this point. Gonna take the loot item, hope for the best. All right, yeah, we got the best. Just thanks, I guess. Go to Nufu. All right, I'm sorry, I didn't say it this time. I'm hoping for the best. Oh. I mean, I'll put it to diamond just because it earned it. It's given me enough cooldown reduction that I respect it. It doesn't do anything. That did something. That did quite a lot. Are you joking? Give me the poison enchant. Yeah, the drill is stupidly fast now. It is a Death's Door 6-win Mac. I'm probably stronger, but if he's assembled in infinite, then since I have this startup time, I'll lose anyway. I'll just rup the infinite briefly. It won't matter. It'll just pick right back up. Obsidian Blaze House, very scary, but I don't think it'll ever go off. No infinite. I think we're good. I'm not seeing like crazy burn scaling here. Why'd that go off so quickly? What? The random freezes on my power drill have definitely made this a lot closer than it otherwise would have been.
This is nothing to
I need to watch that back. He had bonk, which is part of why it felt remotely close. But what's going on with the... How'd this activate before everything else? What was that about? Oh, that's embarrassing. I totally forgot that when you use an adjacent relic, charge this 1 second was text on the wardens. Yeah, so that's why it went off quickly. It's between two very fast relics. Big fiery calcinator, but at the end of it, the fiery calcinator dealt 1/3 the burn of the drill, less burn than my core. The self-burn for my own plasma grenade was actually part of the reason I almost died as quickly as I did. But yeah, the drill's just hitting for ludicrous amounts of burn very, very quickly. And this is with it taking a lot of random freeze. I think it took the 4-second freeze and one of the freezes off of this, right? Watching it back one last time, that goes off, the drill gets frozen for 4.5 seconds. And dear God, was that close to killing me. But after that, we're good. Like, the Diamond Frostfire plus bonk nearly killed me because of worst case RNG. If it had hit either the Blaze Hell Warden, the Core, the Spider, or the Hamlet, I think I just win easily every time. But with best case RNG on Frostfire, hitting one of these two, it actually ends up being pretty close. Happy to claim the win, though. Getting out with 10 wins, not even on Death's Door on Dulie feels pretty solid. I don't know why, like, they went out of their way to nerf Dulie in such a big way, but the things that, like, proportionally took the smallest hits, Plasma Grenade got the normal bonk that so many other cards did, despite being the problem child, and the self-scaling cores got nerfed less than many other cores, so at the end of the day, you're left with a Dulie that is generally much worse, but his best strategies didn't really change as much as anything else. So you just pushed incredibly hard towards what was already the meta dominant stuff. I don't know. I don't really want to talk too long about the state of Dulie right now. I think most people agree that, like, they're not a huge fan of the way Dulie was changed. His best stuff was the self-scaling core stuff and the plasma grenade stuff, and sure, both of those got nerfed, but not any more than the rest of Dulie, right? Plasma grenade got bonked, so did 34 other cards. Who cares? If you nerf everything, the best stuff remains the best stuff for Dulie. You're still driven towards plasma grenades and self-scaling cores if you're optimizing the character. So I find that Dulie just, if you nerf everything and make him no longer the best, that's good. But now his best stuff is so obviously the best stuff that nothing else really competes with it, and I don't like that very much. And then on top of that, it doesn't make any sense to me that the best cores are the ones that got proportionally nerfed the least. And while I did go 10 wins relatively easily this run, we went to the temple, we got a Blaze Hell Warden, we have Diamond, Tiny Dancer, and a ton of randomly generated cooldown reduction. We have so much extra experience, like you saw us at like level 15 against a level 12 guy or something on the previous day. That was ridiculous. A lot's gone well for the build. This is obviously a high roll for self-scaling core plasma grenade stuff, as you can tell by this series of enchants, dear God. But at the end of it, even though I'm still totally able to win with Dulie, I really wish that Dulie's nerfs had been more focused on the stuff that was actually really way too strong for Dulie, because now I feel even more compelled to play self-scaling cores than I did in the previous meta. And I don't know. I'm not super thrilled about the state of Dulie right now. Tell me what you've been having success with. Try to open my eyes to more interesting things. Maybe someday I'll get a sick claw arm build going. But for now, I'm happy that Dulie's still functional, despite having a third of his cards bonked. I'm just not happy with the way that he was treated by the balance patch. I'm really hoping for some meaningful Dulie improvements in the next patch. Anyways, for now I'm done. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.